Hey, I'm Jordan.
And I'm also Jordan.
This is Jordan Squared. Welcome back to Jordan Squared, where we were discussing the state of the MCU. I actually remember...
That is my thoughts on the MCU.
Excellent contribution.
I'm joking on it.
So, with... I still remember, and this was early on. This was... you went there already. You went there already. Where do you still have to go, actually? I don't remember.
I was just there.
Uh-huh. Speedway.
Did I do the Speedway already?
You did not.
Nice.
Indeed it is.
Why did I not finish?
Because you needed the monkey.
Oh, and I get the monkey in the next level.
Yep. Next homeworld. Right, so theater-going experiences. The MCU was pretty well being a part of... You already went in the well. Part of cinematic history in the making as you went through it. And it stopped feeling like an event is kind of the thing now. With each one coming out. Because there's just been so many of them at this point. But I do have a lot of theater experiences from the MCU going through that I really liked.
Is this actually the only level left to do?
No, there has to be at least one more, otherwise it would have taken you over to the rocket ship, because you need one person from each world to finish it. But I remember we were seeing Iron Man 2 in theaters. It was a full packed house, but I remember everyone stayed in their seats for the post-credits scene, and they had the bit with Agent Coulson saying, it's like, "Hello, sir, we found it." And they pan out to show Mjolnir stuck in the ground. And just some excitable lady behind us in the theater was just, "Oh my god, Thor!" And it was just great. Alright. Now then, time for you to suck at this again. No, you've been doing better at these ones.
Yeah, it's because I feel less pressure.
Yeah, when it's not the low time make it go up. It's just one.
That sucked.
Sure did.
Plus I have you to pick up the slack.
Whoops.
Ugh. That sucked. What was the first I think Thor Dark World was the first movie I actually saw in theaters. Well, of the MCU.
Yeah. So the year that the original the original live-action Iron Man, because I don't think there was any live-action Iron Mans before that happened. I remember going to see when I was at a specific university that I later dropped out of, but it was my first year out of high school. Was when the MCU began. And I went to see it with someone who was part of my Dungeons & Dragons group. And when I was looking to go to the theater with her, I remembered being like, okay, so we could go see Iron Man. Oh, this is a Speed Racer movie. That sounds kind of neat. And by the way, I love that movie.
Speed Racer?
The Wachowski Speed Racer, yes. There you go. You did it.
And I don't want to try again, right?
No. You can go back to the selection and pick the other option.
Chris! I saved Chris!
Hooray!
Chris Pine? Or is it Chris Hemsworth? Or is it... No, it's the good Chris Pratt.
I don't know about that.
He is the best Chris. I remember apparently there was an interview. I don't know if this is true, but I definitely saw this a lot. Where they asked, so who is the... Like, we all know Chris Pratt is the worst Chris, but who's the best Chris? And then Hemsworth and Evans looks at each other, looks at the cameraman. Chris Pratt.
So I do appreciate that they get along like that. And Chris Evans, I've always heard, is a very cool dude. I'm not going to go into specifics. Well, we're probably not even monetized at this point, so it won't matter. But yeah, I have heard some rather unsavory things about Chris Pratt that I will leave at that.
I was unaware of this.
Well, I mean...
Oh god, I hate these ones.
I don't know how high profile it all was, but... Do the race. Win
Get
the
her.
points. Light him on fire. Win!
Haha.
There you go. Now you're getting it.
What bothers me in a way that I can't articulate is the fact that they all have a lead on me. And the fact that they go after the boost as well. Fuck, I missed that boost.
Yep.
I'm just fucking beamed.
Maybe not.
I said I'm fucking beamed.
Are you sure about that?
That sucked.
Oh yeah, you are on lunch, yeah. Still.
Damn it. What is... Okay, I have a fun experience. So I have a friend who... This is relevant. He is in a wheelchair.
Okay.
He and I usually went to go see the movies together.
Right.
I remember, I think it was when we watched Winter Soldier.
Uh-huh.
It was packed full, and he usually got out of his wheelchair and sat in a chair next to the handicap spot because his chair is uncomfortable to sit in for like
Long periods of time.
But for Winter Soldier, it was the place was jam packed. He actually had to sit in his wheelchair for this.
Right.
And we also had to ask like everyone to move down one seat so I could actually sit next to him. Well, in the assistant seat, because
Yeah, you were assisting him as a handicapped person.
yes. But it was just very amusing. Like
That he couldn't have his better preferred choice of seating just because it was so packed.
yeah. I was hoping I was going to hit that guy just as the fuck you.
It's a
like,
warning to the others.
yeah.
Like, let that be a lesson for the rest of you. This was a long one.
Huh?
This is a long one.
Yeah.
Well, you're about to win, so.
I gotta be honest, that felt like the easiest of all of them.
Well, it was a longer track, so you had more time per lap to start to get ahead.
Exactly. Those dumblebees.
Wow, Sparks, that is like insect racist or something. Henri.
What?
Yeah, so I think if you just do the time attack and go find Hunter, that's to get the third egg.
Yeah. I also remember seeing Infinity War. Okay, by the way, I'm going to go into spoilers of what happened in Infinity War, which...
Yeah, that movie is 6 years old now, so I wouldn't worry about that.
I know, I still feel the...
6 years old, jeez.
I remember hearing memes about certain scenes, but not knowing what any of them meant. Specifically, the "I don't feel so good." And that was going along so much. Right before Peter bites the dust. Oh, I think I saw him.
Oh yeah, that's right. Forgot he got fucking catnapped.
Oh yeah.
Oh, so you can't. Oh, wow. I forgot that was a thing in this game. It's just like, yeah, he's still abducted, so you can't actually do that challenge right now.
Well, I know where to go now when it happens. Time to jump into the water.
Blam. And then Spyro died and was never seen again.
Exit the level. Was right.
Yeah, Sparks, not doing your frickin' job as my, life meter.
So my friend and I went to go see it. We were in, like, not knowing what was going to happen at any point because neither of us knew what was going to happen. My friend, however, read the comics, so she kind of has, like, a vague idea, but also the movies aren't one-to-one to the comics, so...
No. And that is a good thing that they had going for them, was that they took thematic elements and story arc titles and general vibes of the comics without feeling beholden to just do the storyline as it appeared in the comics, especially considering they didn't have access to all the characters all the time.
X-Men.
Yeah, I was going to say the original Civil War was basically an Avengers versus X-Men thing.
But back to my experience in Infinity War.
Yep.
Sorry, not trying to detract from you, but so we're just in the theater watching it. We're on the edge of our seats, and then there was when Peter does the whole "I don't feel so good." My friend just smacks me in the gut and like, "That's the thing! That's the thing!"
I mean, that was a rather remarkable thing about the Infinity War. It's like the spoilers for Infinity War that don't actually spoil things.
I love those.
Like for the people who knew what they meant, it was clear what they were referencing, but anybody who hadn't seen the movie wouldn't actually be spoiled on it.
Man, so who am I missing?
I don't know, some person.
Oh yeah, the monkey. No, not the monkey. Wait, yes, the monkey. No.
Well, no, the monkey's in the next world. Maybe you're not missing anybody. Talk to one of them. Talk to Bentley.
Which one's Bentley? I don't
The
remember.
Yeti.
Oh yeah, the loquacious one.
Yes. Ah, you remember the word.
Aboard, Spyro.
Oh, I guess you can go.
Where no dragon is gone before. Well, at least not in 1,000 years, at any rate.
Okay, so yeah, I guess it's just the missing stuff in the rest of the homeworld. Usually they pull you over to it when you get the last person to come out.
Maybe that happened a while ago.
No, because it would have been when you rescued the princess the princess with the cat.
Aha! Because I'm still trying to Sparks is pointing me over here.
Well, yeah, there's still treasure to be gotten.
What does this do to me?
Invincibility. Stuart.
Oh yeah, I also remember watching Endgame, and I loved Endgame so much.
Yeah.
I remember earlier, before going to see Endgame, I just, as a rewatched Infinity War, and I felt that was a really good thing to do. Because
there's a lot going on.
a lot going on, and Endgame pretty much picks up right where Infinity War ends.
Yeah, just the only thing that it didn't really have, but it also had that freaking gut punch of an opener. Like, and that's the thing, they did that so well when Hawkeye was with his family, and then you know what's about to happen, and you're just like, oh god.
Yep.
Yeah, from here to that little turret right there. You can there. See the little opening on the side there?
Yeah.
That might not be the right place to do it from.
Nope. You sent me to my doom.
It's a good thing you can't drown.
Yet.
Although at least you can't drown in regular water, like acid lava and blue Kool-Aid. Oh, that's where the Sparks level is.
I mean, is that drowning if you go into lava and die?
Well, I mean, if you aren't, if the fire itself isn't actually hurting you, then arguably yes. Huh.
Hannah.
Sure, probably that.
Her name is a palindrome.
Yes, it is.
Alright, so... I can't finish Honey Speedway because Hunter is missing.
Yeah, and then there's a Sparks level that you could...
Can't do, and I need a monkey, apparently.
Gotta have a monkey.
Everyone has a monkey on their back.
Well, this monkey is the last of the alternate characters, so once you've got him, you can go everywhere.
Oh! Else,
Yes?
one of my favorite fights in all of the MCU is Doctor Strange versus Thanos.
It's pretty dope, honestly.
Because I love the escalation of the franchise with that scene. Because the franchise starts with Tony Stark just demonstrating a weapons demonstration in, what was it, Iraq?
Somewhere in the Middle East.
Yeah, in the Middle East. It's just a standard military, whatever. That the top of the line is just a missile that creates several other missiles. That's the top line of fighting technology. And then Infinity War is literally two reality
warping
people. That's
like one of them is a wizard, one of them is an alien with with basically the power of the universe in his hand.
It was just every time I see that scene, I just remember. I just think of where we came from to get to here, and it's so fascinating.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. It's like it started off well because the first Iron Man was a solid movie. Like it was a bit more grounded. It was a bit more maybe a bit less fantastical, and not that being less fantastical is by itself a good thing, but just the fact that it started with grounded and particularly the good character piece of Tony Stark himself in that, and Robert Downey Jr.'s take on the character kicked off the whole thing.
Yeah, I know people who don't like his take on Iron Man, and that's fine. They can be wrong.
Yeah, exactly. Anyways, next time on Jordan Squared, we'll probably go fight a boss or something.
Maybe.